Mangwana ni mwalelepo vukenjani kwekwas manave Africa. Welcome to Africa Good Morning, the news and current affairs show bringing you everything you need to know happening on the African continent and beyond. Today is Friday the 25th of October, and these are some of the stories we're looking at. Mozambique's ruling party wins a landslide in disputes with poll. Idris Elba to build film studios in Africa says the move is going to happen, and Mali's Junta Chief elevates himself to the top army rank. Follow all our programs on oneup2.com or DSTV 285 and GoTV 25 in Namibia. Mike Sichula from Zambia will bring us the news stories from there, as Rorisang Mogojwe brings us the news stories from Botswana. This is Africa Good Morning. Top stories shortly.
Irongomed is a leading distributor, working in partnership with NewMed and WestMed to meet the comprehensive needs of the Namibian healthcare sector. As a partner pursuing sustainable global healthcare, we offer industry-leading medical solutions through our key focus areas, which include pharmaceuticals, orthopedics, ophthalmology, surgical devices and capital equipment, as well as a well-established scientific laboratory division. In healthcare, Irongomed is committed to making a difference. What about you?
Getting into our top stories, Mozambique's ruling party Frelimo has won the country's divisive, violence-marred election, extending its 49-year grip on power in the Southern African nation. The Election Commission has announced Daniel Chapo, Frelimo's relatively unknown presidential candidate, who has been seen as an agent of change, will replace Filipe Nyusi, who has served 2 terms. At 47 years old, Chapo, who gained 71% of the vote, will be the first president born after Mozambique's independence in 1975 and the youngest president in the SADC region. His closest challenger, Venancio Modlane, got 20%. The election has been marred by allegations of rigging and the killing of opposition supporters, prompting protests across the country. Zimbabwe's President Mnangagwa, who has also been hit by allegations of election fraud over the years, prematurely congratulated Chapo on his resounding victory even before the results were announced. Former rebel group Renamo, which was previously the main opposition party, came in third. The Electoral Commission says 43% of more than 17 million registered voters took part in the elections. Parliamentary and provincial elections were held simultaneously. The atmosphere in Mozambique's capital, Maputo, is tense, local media reports. Footage shows empty streets and closed businesses. The main opposition candidate, Modlane, has called for a national strike on Thursday in protest at the alleged rigging. He added that the protests would honor his lawyer and a party official who was shot dead last week in what he described as politically motivated killings. He claims that he won the election despite preliminary polls showing that Chapo was well ahead. On Monday, he organized a nationwide protest, which was dispersed by police firing live rounds and tear gas. The election has also been criticized by EU election observers who said some results may have been doctored. Idris Elba has announced plans to relocate to Africa within the next decade to fuel the growth of the continent's booming filming industry. I would certainly consider settling down here, not even consider it's going to happen, he told BBC. I think I'll move in the next 5 to 10 years, God willing. I'm here to bolster the film industry. That is a 10-year process. I won't be able to do that from overseas. I need to be in country on the continent. He aims to build film studios in Tanzania, Zanzibar, and Ghana's capital, Accra, with deep roots in the continent. Elba, whose mother is from Ghana and father is from Sierra Leone, stressed the importance of Africans reclaiming their narratives. To remain close to the stories being told, he intends to reside in several African cities, including Accra, Freetown, and Zanzibar. Elba hopes to change the way Africa is portrayed on screen, moving away from colonial and trauma-based narratives. 2 foreign nationals have been arrested in separate drug busts worth a combined 490,000 rand. A Somalian was arrested in Johannesburg after being caught with 350,000 rand worth of meth, while a foreign national of unspecified origin was arrested in Bloemfontein for carrying 140,000 rand of the same drug. Collaboration between the Gauteng and Free State Crime Intelligence units led to the arrest near Boysens, with the second suspect nabbed in Navalslig on Wednesday. The Hawks Serious Organized Crime Investigation Unit used the gathered intelligence to set up the first arrest. At roughly 4 p.m. on 21 October, the unit pounced on a red Hyundai Elantra at the BP garage Oasis M1, finding 14 boxes of meth. Police weighed the drugs in at 100 kilograms, valuing the whole at 350,000 rand. Mohammed Dik Abdullahi Adam, a 39-year-old Somalian, was arrested and he appeared in the Boysens Magistrates Court 2 days later. In Bloemfontein, a suspect's VW Polo collided with a police vehicle as he was attempting to flee the scene of an alleged drug deal. Police observed a suspicious vehicle near the city's CBD and followed him to Raymond Mhlaba Street, where he allegedly made a delivery. When approached, the suspect attempted to flee. Following the collision, police searched the vehicle and found 141,000 rand worth of methamphetamine, some of it hidden in the vehicle's ventilators. Those have been our top stories on Africa Good Morning. After the break, we'll talk to Mike Sichula, who might still be celebrating Zambia's Independence Day from yesterday.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
All right, it's time to talk to Mike Sichula, fresh off Zambia's Independence Day. Before I even go far, Mike, happy Independence Day. All right, Mike, we're having some issues with sound. We're going to try get into the first story. If we have more issues, then I'll get into your stories for you. But do try bring us to speed on some of the highlights from Zambia's 60th Independence Day celebrations yesterday. Unfortunately, we don't have Mike's sound there. We certainly hope he can update us on, the stories coming out of Zambia next week. But for now, we do have the stories for today, and we're just going to get straight into them. President Hakainde Hichilema awarded 13 individuals from a cross-section of society to celebrate Zambia's 60th independence celebrations. Among those awarded include female FIFA referee Diana Chikotesha and filmmaker Lawrence Thompson. And Mr. Thompson described the award as an achievement which will inspire the younger filmmakers to work harder and grow the industry. He said the film industry is a powerful medium that helps share untold stories, and it should be used to address issues happening in the country. Now, in the next story from Mike Sichula, a 13-year-old boy has been apprehended in Lusaka for allegedly cutting tattoos on his friends, meant for them to be powerful and attract girls. The victims were all boys aged between 8 and 10. The boy would also administer a concoction of pieces of a dry snake and some charms on the tattoos. The incident happened on Friday last week. The mother of the victim has defended the child, saying she is not aware of what he did to his friends. For the safety of the suspect, police have held him in a safe place together with his father. So keeping in mind, practicing witchcraft is illegal in Zambia, especially because constitutionally the country identifies as a Christian nation. Now, in the next story, the Lusaka High Court has quashed the decision of Second Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly Moses Moyo to declare 9 PF seats vacant, ruling that the decision was made without jurisdiction and was irrational. And PF faction President Mao Samba says he is willing to do whatever it takes to ensure that the 9 MPs do not leave the House, even if it means he has to leave while they stay. In this matter, the 9 MPs wanted a declaration that Moyo's decision dated July 3, 2024, declaring their parliamentary seats vacant is illegal, as the Patriotic Front had not expelled them from the party. And in a quick, brief sport update, Copper Queens started the 2024 COSAFA tournament on a winning note after defeating Angola 3-0 in South Africa yesterday on Independence Day, Zambia Kuchalo. This is Still Africa. Good morning. After the break, Rorisang Mogojwe delivers the news from Gaborone, Botswana.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
All right, Rorisang Mogojwe couldn't be with us today, but she did send us the latest news stories from Botswana, and we'll be seeing her early in the week next week. The government of Botswana has handed over electric vehicles to the nation's top sports stars in a bid to promote the use of electric vehicles, EVs, in Botswana. Now, this is part of a broader e-mobility program aimed at advancing electric vehicle technology in Botswana. Among the stars receiving the vehicles are Olympic gold medalist Letsile Tebogo, World Rally Raid champion Ross Branch, Miss World Africa Lesego Chombo, and reigning Miss Botswana Anisha Gaotusi. Now, the selected athletes will use the vehicles for a year, providing valuable feedback to the Botswana Institute for Technology, Research and Innovation about their experiences. Moving on, staying with sport, more or less, Botswana's motorsports champion Ross Branch, known as the Kalahari Ferrari, will receive a total of 190,000 pula, which is the equivalent of $13,900 in incentives from the government through the Botswana National Sport Commission, following his victory in the 2024 FIM World Rally Raid Championship. The breakdown includes 150,000 pula for winning the World Championship, 20,000 pula for qualifying, and 20,000 pula for an appearance fee. Minister of Youth, Sport, Gender and Culture Tumiso Rehare made the announcement during a celebratory dinner honoring Branch's achievements. And the Botswana Prison Service has announced the release of 102 prisoners from prison and 56 offenders from extramural labor under a presidential order approved by President Mokgweetsi Masisi. This move is part of efforts to reintegrate ex-offenders into society smoothly and efficiently. Extramural labor allows offenders to serve their sentences by performing public work under supervision instead of being confined in a prison. The release is part of a broader effort under the Offender Reintegration Strategy, a community-focused initiative aimed at helping former prisoners rejoin their families and communities without difficulties. Those are the stories sent to us from Botswana by Rorisang Mogojwe. Let's swing over to the weather predictions before we return with economic news. In economic news, Saipem is about to start work on deep water drilling in Namibia for Portugal's Galp Energia, the chief executive of the Italian energy contractor said yesterday. In early 2024, Galp carried out tests at its Mopane IX and Mopane 2X wells and estimated in April that the Mopane field could hold at least 10 billion barrels of oil following a first phase of exploration. The find at Mopane appears to be one of the largest made in the Orange Basin, following successful exploration projects by Total Energies and Shell in recent years. The contract awarded by Galp to drill a deep water well is the first in Namibia for the Italian group, which already serves energy groups in neighboring Angola. For the first time, we will work offshore Namibia. We will be serving Galp, which wants to do exploration works by using our drilling ship Santorini, Saipem CEO Alessandro Puliti said. The project is expected to start in a few days and last around 3 months, Puliti added, speaking at a press briefing after the release of third quarter results. Saipem will present an updated business plan next February, he also said, sounding upbeat on the prospects of the energy services market. You're still with Africa. Good morning. Let's have a look at the economic indicators before Ari Hochad brings us the sport.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with UEFA Champions League soccer, and it is Barcelona that played against Bayern Munich. It was a home game for Barcelona. They played at the Estadio Olympic. It's a 50,000 seater, and it was Barcelona with an impressive win. They beat Bayern Munich by 4-1. One of the heroes for Barcelona was Rapina. He scored 3 goals. He scored in the first minute already, and then also in the 45th minute and the 56th minute. And it was only 1 goal for Bayern Munich, and that was Harry Kane that found the back of the net for Bayern Munich. Manchester City also beat Sparta Prague at home, and that was by a big score by 5-0. There it was Erling Haaland that scored twice. He scored in the 58th and 68th minute for Manchester City. Then a very good away win for Liverpool. They beat Leipzig by 1-0, and it was Nunes that scored in the 27th minute for Liverpool. Then other results are 2 good away wins for both teams. It's Inter Milan that won away against Young Boys. The score there was 1-0. And then Dynamo Zagreb, they won away against RB Salzburg by 2-0. On to cricket news, and it is Zimbabwe that set a new T20 world record for the highest score ever, and that was in the sub-regional Africa qualifier that's played in Nairobi. They played against Gambia, and it was Zimbabwe that won the game by 290 runs. Zimbabwe batting first, scoring 344 for the loss of 4 wickets. That's a world record, and it was Sikandar Raza that scored an impressive 133 off just 43 deliveries, and it was Gambia that was bowled out for 54 runs. More cricket, Test cricket, it is the South African Proteas that beat Bangladesh by 7 wickets. It was Bangladesh batting first, 106 runs in their first innings, South Africa 308 in their first innings, and then Bangladesh 307 in their second innings. South Africa then scoring the winning runs, 106 for the loss of 3 wickets, winning by 7 wickets this Test. To close off today's international sports news, it is tennis news. It is Novak Djokovic that announced that he will not play in the Paris Masters this year. He's the defending champion and he's won the title 7 times. So the 37-year-old said that he will not be able to play this year. It was the first year ever since 2017 that he didn't win any majors, but he did win the Olympic gold in Paris this year. That is Novak Djokovic. So that's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we're talking to
Irongo Med is a leading distributor, working in partnership with NewMed and WestMed to meet the comprehensive needs of the Namibian healthcare sector. As a partner pursuing sustainable global healthcare, we offer industry-leading medical solutions through our key focus areas, which include pharmaceuticals, orthopedics, ophthalmology, surgical devices and capital equipment, as well as a well-established scientific laboratory division. In healthcare, Irongo Med is committed to making a difference. What about you?
E-ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Thank you for staying with Africa Good Morning, not just today, but throughout the week's broadcasts. Let's have a look at the highlights from this morning. Mozambique's ruling party wins landslide in disputed poll. Idris Elba to build film studios in Africa and says move is going to happen. And Saipem about to start Namibia drilling project for Galp, CEO says. DSTV 2 at 5, GoTV 25, oneup2.com and Network Media Hub is precisely where you can find us. From me, Ashton Berry, and the Africa Good Morning team, we wish you a wonderful weekend. But first, Suraj Kanaka.